Rights. This is Thomas N. Todd, Esquire.
Thanks, lady.
Thank you so much for being here. Give it up.
In the African lore, the drums, the dance, the spoken word, all of these things are used to communicate, not to entertain. So as you looked at these dancers and listened to these spoken words and you watched them, you may have been entertained, but they were delivering one message. In their gyrations and movements with their hands, with their bodies, they were delivering to you one message. The talking drums. What they were saying to you young people is that education has always made the difference. With education, it is difficult. Without education, it is almost impossible. That's what they were saying to you. Give them a round of applause. Show them how much you appreciate them. Show them how much you learn from them. When I look at the world, stay with me for just a little while. I'm not going to keep you long. When I look at the world, it fills me with sorrow. For little children today are really going to suffer tomorrow. But who really cares? Who is willing to try to save a world that's destined to die? Save the children, save the babies, save all of the children with education. Marvin Gaye modified. To Dr. Brooks and to all of the students who are here, the students, you are our honored guests today. Give yourselves a round of applause, students, because you are the reason that we are here. To the educators, to the platform guests, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it is no accident that President Brooks chose the first day to honor Black history and education at Malcolm X College, because Malcolm X loved education, as Dr. Gill told you. He loved education because education has always made the difference. As Sister Maggie Brown has told you, as Sister Barbara Lumpkins has told you, as Brother LaShawn Ford, education will make the difference for you. That's why we are spending the time. Why do you celebrate Black history? In 1926, when Dr. Carter G. Woodson looked at American history, he realized that the contributions of Black people were left out of American history. And so we are not celebrating Black history to exclude anyone else. We celebrate Black history because American history has been his story, but not our story. And so we want you during this celebration to understand how Blacks made contributions to American history. Whether we are African American today, or Afro American, or Africans in America, or Black, Negro, colored, or names I won't use. The issue is, what contributions did Black people make in music and in law and in social circumstances? What did we do? Why do you need this day, to this month, this week to celebrate? Well, the truth of the matter is, when you know about what Black people contributed to America, every day is Black History Month, every month is Black History Month, every week is Black History Week, because Blacks contributed over and over again. We talk about history, young people, because you need to know the past so you can understand the present and plan for the future. No building can stand without a foundation, no tree can live without its roots, and no people can survive without their history. And so we If I had President Brooks an opportunity to develop a curriculum, it would be reading, writing, arithmetic, respect. The fourth R is for respect, and history. In the earlier days of America, it was against the law to teach a slave to read. You have to understand that education was considered so powerful until it was denied. When you tell people that they are no good, when you tell them that they're no good, how can you tell them they are no good if they can read that their ancestors built the pyramids and developed mathematics? Education and freedom have always been inextricably intertwined, but America would not recognize the contribution, and so not to the exclusion of other contributions, but we are talking about what we have done to make America what it is. In America, because blacks were discounted so much until it took other people, white people, to do what they had done to have it recognized. Admiral Perry was not the first one to the North Pole. It was Matthew Henson, a black man. At Pearl Harbor, a black man, Dory Miller, shot down 8 Japanese planes. Never had any training, but he shot them down. That's why we have, so you can understand where we are. The fourth R is for respect. Education has always made the difference, and so we look today as education 24/7, 365. Education 24/7, 365. If we didn't have black history in education, young people, how would you know that words like okay and fruit like okra and yams and gumbo and tote and goober and hoodoo and mojo and came from black people? How would you know if we didn't have black history that the golf tee and the curtain rod and the ironing board and the fountain pen and the egg beater and the dish pan and the elevator all invented by black people? If you didn't know the history, that's why we're here. Not to exclude anybody, but to recognize the contributions of blacks. Oh, every time you drink sugar in your coffee, you ought to say, thank you, Black America. Every time you have sugar anywhere, you ought to say, thank you, Black America. It was a black man, Norbert Ridley, that developed the sugar refining process. Every time you stop at a traffic light, you ought to say, thank you, Black America. It was a black man, Garrett A. Morgan, that invented the traffic light. Every time you use a telephone, you ought to say, thank you, Black America. It was a black man, Lewis H. Latimer, not Alexander Graham Bell, that invented the telephone. Every time you turn a light on, you ought to say, thank you, Black America. That same Lewis H. Latimer invented the long-burning filament. Oh, yeah, Thomas Edison founded a light bulb, invented a light bulb, but it kept going off, Brother Ford, so we give him credit for the flash bulb, but not the light bulb. Every time you wear cotton, you ought to say, thank you, Black America, because it was a black woman, Catherine Green, that invented the cotton gin, not Eli Whitney. Education 24/7, 365. Education has always made the difference. Education won't free you, young people, but education will give you the tools to make a down payment on freedom. Oh, it's about freedom. A down payment on freedom. There are a lot of keys to success, but no other key opens more doors than education. The more education you have, the longer you live. The more education you have, the better your hearing in old age. The more education you have, the higher your self-esteem. The more education you have, the more legitimate money you can make. Legitimate money. And so as a result of that, we tell you to stay in school, and we tell you that education makes a difference because education is key. Oh, but you can't just stay in school. You can't just dream about being good. Education 24/7, 365. Some of you want fame because you think, so I'm going to American Idol. It's not going to happen. I'm going to dance with the stars. Not going to happen. Education is the key. Now, you can dream about being successful all that you want, but you've got to dream and work. Dr. King was more than a dreamer. He worked. To dream without working is to fantasize. And fantasy comes nothing but with imaginary success. Education 24/7, 365, with all of the emphasis on education and all of the importance of education, there's still forces that are telling you that you shouldn't go to school. That it's more important for you to go to prison than to go to college. That you need to get shot to develop your street credibility, street cred. That under the guise of education, under the guise of entertainment, under the guise of what have you, you think it's all right to call your mama a B or your sister an H. It's never all right. The fourth order is always for respect. So we talk about education. We want you to get all of the education that you can. Sister Maggie Brown told you about pants on the ground, tell you about your pants now. Really what happened is that in prison, they took away the belt so that the pants would droop down. I tell you, like I told the brothers in the 70s with them high heels, I don't want you to be inclined toward crime, but if you are involved in crime, you can't run away with your pants down around your knees. Education 24/7, 365, that's what it is. We say to you about education, don't let minor inconveniences interfere with major achievements. I don't feel like going to class today. I don't feel like going. That's a minor inconvenience. Don't let minor inconveniences interfere with major achievements. Go get your education. Don't let anything interfere with your education. Education 24/7, 365. Don't let anything interfere with your education. Not money, not love. Don't let love interfere with your education. What's love got to do with it anyway? It is your education. Tell them about W.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Tell them about Paul Robeson. Tell them about Malcolm X. They loved education. Because of money, because of money, because of money, some of our students are willing to turn or shoot a basketball but never open a book. They would rather look at television rather than study. That will not do it for you. Because you think you can make money, you'd rather rap than read. You've got to learn how to read. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. The fourth R is for respect. Education 24/7, 365. Some sisters, because of money, would rather learn how to wiggle before they learn how to write. Listen to me. That won't do it for you, but education is there. For those of you who think you're going to make it into the NBA, your odds of being a professional basketball player are 14 million to 1. Oh, but education will make a difference for you. Styling and profiling, worrying about what you're going to wear today, how am I going to look? Am I going to wear Timbs? Am I going to wear my dress long or short, hair long or short? You're worried about styling and profiling.